episode 3421, When You Wish the Day Were Over.
Moms, it's time to rediscover, rejuvenate, and renew who you are in mind, body, and spirit. Welcome to Create Your Now, Your Best Selfie, the show to help you do just that. Here's your host, certified life coach, personal trainer, and nutritionist, Christiane Wargo.
Happy day, it's Friday, and that means you get to take some time out for yourself. Oh yes, it's the weekend, and you know what? It's a brand new month. And I think, isn't this the first full weekend? I believe this is the first full weekend of the brand new month. So take a deep breath when you wish the day were over. Oh yes, it's confession day. For those of you who are brand new to Create Your Now, welcome to this incredible family. I am so delighted of your presence. If you already haven't had the opportunity, you'll want to head over to createyournow.com where you can learn more and to sign up for the K.I.S.S newsletter, the Keep It Simple strategy, everyday solutions to live, love, and impact. Well, this episode is brought to you by AIM, Inspiring Connection and Community. Well, what do you have for this weekend? Seriously, I hope you have some time for yourself, because as parents, it's just exhausting. It doesn't matter what age your kiddos are. You're always a parent. Just because they're growing up, they have their own families, you're still a parent. Just because they're 2 years old and driving you crazy, you're a parent, right? You don't ever escape being a parent. But how often have you been exhausted just wishing the postscript to your day had already arrived? Remember in the olden days when you'd write the letter the old-fashioned way with a pen and paper, or maybe it was pencil for you so you could erase it? You know, prior to you have whiteout. I know. I mean, imagine that. Oh, yes. Okay, so prior to whiteout, we're writing with pencil and paper. And all the way at the very, very end, after you write Dear Whoever, and you have your introductory sentences or two, and then you have your paragraphs, right? All the way at the bottom, you have your closing, and then you have what? The P.S., the postscript. Have you ever just wanted that postscript to come before anything else in your day? Like just for it to show up. Sometimes you can't explain it, but anyone who has been a parent understands when you wish the day were over. I mean, what if you could have that secret wish? Now remember, it's confession day, and you are definitely going to say, I've had this wish at least once. What if you had this secret wish and it actually could come true to remove the label of parent, meaning you're not called mom, you're not called dad, you're off for a day. You're not a parent. You have freedom. Yes, wouldn't that be nice? Well, at some point, I believe all of us parents have wished to change our names, if only. And you know, sometimes I sit here and wonder how many times we've hit that brick wall as parents going, what did I get myself into? If I would have known, if I only would have known, I wouldn't have done this. And then some of us are like, yeah, if only what I would have known in time, I wouldn't have had 5 kids or 6 or 10 or 12, however many you have. One is enough. That's all I got to say. You have got to understand something. Life isn't easy. It just isn't. And we're going to have ups and downs and all arounds when it comes to parenting. But what do you do when you hit this wall? What do you do when you're like, I just want the postscript. I just need to go to bed. I just need to have rest. Even if it's just to close your eyes, guess what? Know that all days end with a smile. That is your Kiss to Keep It Simple strategy. All days end with a smile. And oh, what a marvelous smile it is. Why? Because you get to lay down. You get to stretch out. You get to breathe a little more calmly. Now, you may have a dog that jumps in your bed, or you may have a child or 2 or 3 that end up in your bed. But guess what? The day has ended. Oh, angels are singing. And so now you can sleep, or at least lay your head down and pretend to sleep. Maybe you don't get a lot of shut eye, but your eyes are shut. So that is your pretend moment of sleep. Again, life isn't easy, Mom. It just isn't, nor will it ever get there. I keep thinking, won't my life slow down? And guess what? My mom says, hun, it's just beginning. And I'm like, that is so rude of you. Like, why would you tell me that? And she's like, well, because it's the truth. You're just going to get busier. It's never going to get easier. So just deal with it. I'm like, deal with what? We've all been there, haven't we? The postscript. Can the day just end? When will the day ever end? Well, when you're fighting this battle, and it's a battle, because I know I fight it a lot. And lately I've really been fighting it. I've been traveling a lot. And if I could tell you all my stories, maybe we should do some vlogs. Maybe you would enjoy that. Hey, write me at connect@createyournow.com. Let me know your thoughts on that, because if you really want to follow me around, oh man, the stories I could tell you. If you think there's stories on here I could tell you, oh yeah, there are so many more stories I could tell you. But with all of that, being a mom is not easy, but it is the most rewarding job in the world. It truly is. And I don't say that lightly. I know it's said all the time. A lot of people just say it because they want to move on to another subject. They hope they can get to their postscript in their day, which is, I'm going to bed. But regardless, it is the most rewarding job. But when you hit those brick walls, when you hit the thing of, I just can't do this anymore. Like, I need to put myself in timeout forever, not just for 2 minutes. Like, I need a forever timeout. Well, hang in there, because you can do this. You know why, right? You do know why. All days end with a smile. And what I mean by that is, there are 3 things that I see we as parents will never escape. And that's sacrifice, unconditional love, and presence. All 3 of those require, or really actually is something that is required of us as parents. And we don't like it, but we have to stick to it. And we have to persevere. And we have to do the things when we're tired. That's what makes you an incredible mom. That's what makes you a fabulous dad. Sacrifice will always be in your life. You can't just get rid of your kids. No, wouldn't it be nice? Man, I've had that talk with my kids. I'm like, can you imagine stuffing my 6-foot child back in me? I'm like, no. I was hard enough to bear them when they were like 8.5 pounds. Like, why would I want to put a 6-foot child in my body? I know, TMI, but seriously, come on. If you don't have a little bit of fun, you're just going to be crying in the corner. So we don't need that. You're not going to be crying in the corner and time out. This is postscript. All days end with a smile. And that is because you know how to sacrifice, and you sacrifice well. And it's always going to be in your life. You're not going to be able to escape it. So deal with it. As my mom would say, just deal with it. You can see life differently when you understand, you know what, I'm going to get through this. And the postscript is not going to be about, I got to hit the hay. It's going to be like, yep, I did good. I did good today. Yes, I'm exhausted, but surely it will be better tomorrow morning, because maybe I'll get 30 minutes of sleep tonight, and then we can start fresh. We don't always get our way as parents, do we? We think we do, because we're setting all the rules. We think we're telling our kiddos what to do, but in reality, they're telling us what to do, how to do it, where to go, and where to shine and where not to shine. So when you are looking at this big, huge brick wall of, I'm exhausted, I've hit this wall, and I can't go any further, you can sacrifice, because you've already done it, and you'll do it again and again and again. So mom, hang in there. You got this. And then unconditional love. I mean, what more can I say about unconditional love? It's always going to lead your days. You've got to love your kids no matter where they are. If they're driving you crazy, if they're perfect for that moment. Notice I had to add that, for that moment, because if you have a perfect child, please let me know, because I've yet to meet one. And I just got to tell you, they are all adorable. Now, I will tell you this, my grandchildren, they are close to as perfect as anything. But they still drive me crazy. But let me tell you, that love is so deep and so incredible. Okay, let's go back to if you were married. Okay, because some of you may not be married, and that's fine. But maybe you just enjoyed this big, huge cake. So I think of a wedding cake, right? Unconditional love is like a wedding cake. It just keeps going deeper and deeper, and it has so many layers in it. And when you take a bite of it, it's like the best thing you've ever had. It's like, how could this get any better? I mean, sometimes there's just this thin layer on there. You don't even know what it is. It's not the raspberry filling. It's not like this icing that was on the top. It's not a fondant. No, it's just something that you're like, yeah, I want more of that. Yes, unconditional love is like a wedding cake. It goes deeper and deeper and deeper. And it gets better and better and better with age. Okay, maybe not so much the wedding cake, You got to freeze that. And that's really not good till after a year. So yeah, we'll leave that for another episode, maybe for our relationship builders episode. But you get what I'm saying, right? Unconditional love. You got to have it for your kiddos. It's got to go deeper and deeper and deeper, because guess what? They get into deeper and deeper and deeper things. And you're like, Christiane, there's no way you can handle this. I can't handle this. We can't handle this. Yes, you can. And yes, you will. Because you're incredible. And you're going to take it one step at a time. And guess what? Your postscript is going to come every single night. All days end with a smile. And then finally, I want you to think about this: presence. Your presence is always needed, even if you're not welcome. And I mean that sincerely, meaning that as your kids get older, now you may have a 2-year-old right now that's telling you to go somewhere and sit somewhere and whatever. Well, we can have that conversation too. But whether it's a 2-year-old, a 20-year-old, or an 82-year-old, your presence is always needed. You can never erase being a mom. I was talking to a friend of mine yesterday. We are working on our website, actually. She's on the team that I have hired to help with this revamp. And let me tell you, exciting things are around the corner. Oh, it lights me up on the inside. In fact, I probably shouldn't even tell you all about it, because then I won't be able to go to sleep. But all days do end with a smile. So I will be smiling, but I may not be sleeping, because I'll be thinking about this website. Anyway, the conversation, as I digress, the conversation went somehow like this. And she knew I had a crazy schedule. I was traveling. We literally were working on the fly. She texted me and said, hey, I can meet now. I'm done in between appointments. Are you available? I immediately said yes. We got on within like 5 minutes. She's absolutely incredible. Anyway, we started talking about things, and she said, yeah, you've got a lot going on, but she goes, it's a blessing. And I said, oh yes, definitely. And then she told me at the end of the conversation, hey, enjoy your grandbabies. And I was like, oh yes, most definitely. And she goes, enjoy your mom too. The thing is this: you're always a mom. You never give that up. You never can escape it. You can't hide from it, because guess what? Your kids always find you. Hide and seek is not a game. It's called real life. They always will hide, but guess what? Oh, wait. Actually, they won't hide. You will hide, but they will always seek to find you. And they do. Why? Because they know your presence is needed, even if you're not welcome. Meaning that, sometimes they're just not going to like you, Mom. They just aren't. They're going to disagree with you because they want to disagree with you. They're going to disagree with you, Dad, because maybe you've been too hard on them. Maybe they're going to disagree with you, Mom, because they found someone else and they think their way is better than your way. They think you've done it wrong all these years. But guess what? Your presence is always needed, even if you're not welcome. So don't underestimate the power of who you are as a mom, the power of who you are as a dad. Sometimes I think we get lost in all of our busyness, and we get lost even in our attempts to sleep. Because I don't know about you, but man, my sleep sometimes is so restless. And it's because I have a lot going on. A lot of great stuff, but also a lot of stuff that involves deeper thought. And it's a lot of stuff that involves a lot of energy. But when I think about all of it, it truly is a blessing. And if you would actually look at the moment when you wish your day were over and say, you know what, the postscript, yeah, I want to have my head hit the pillow, but I also want to see the blessing before my head hits the pillow. So as you are tired and as you are exhausted, and as you get to go into the weekend because it's Friday, just be a little real with yourself. And yeah, admit that you're tired. Admit that maybe things aren't always going your way. But be willing to see the blessings in amidst all of the messes. Go in peace, my friend. Be present. Be incredible. Be you. I love you so very much. I cannot wait to see you on the other side. Blessings, hugs, and lots of love. We'll talk to you real soon. Have a glorious, blessed weekend. Bye-bye.
Feeling inspired, ready to train for life and love your journey? Visit createyournow.com for more incredible resources to help you along the way. We'll see you next time on Create Your Now, Your Best Selfie. And remember, always be sure you consult your physician before beginning any health and fitness plan.